Al-Ghazali's critique and his accusation of heresy against Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi. This is the second episode in our five-part series, where we delve deep into some of the most thought-provoking debates in Islamic philosophy. If you haven't already watched the first episode, I highly recommend starting there to understand the foundational ideas of Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi regarding the eternity of the universe. Their perspectives set the stage for the powerful rebuttal by Imam Ghazali, which we'll explore today. And don't forget, this series continues with 3 more episodes, where we'll uncover even more intriguing insights. Be sure to watch all the videos to grasp the full context of this intellectual battle. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think philosophy can challenge or complement religious beliefs? Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's spark a discussion. Your engagement helps spread these fascinating ideas to more curious minds. Al-Ghazali's background and his critique of philosophy. Imam Ghazali was not just a theologian, but also a reformer who reshaped the role of philosophy in Islamic thought. Through his landmark work, Tahafut al-Falasifa, The Incoherence of the Philosophers, Ghazali targeted the ideas of Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi, particularly their Aristotelian rationalism, which he believed clashed with core Islamic principles. Ghazali's approach to philosophy. Ghazali acknowledged that certain fields of philosophy, such as mathematics and natural sciences, did not conflict with Islamic beliefs. However, he argued that metaphysical and theological speculations could lead to dangerous conclusions, undermining religious doctrine and spiritual truth. In this episode, we'll explore the 3 major points of contention where Ghazali accused Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi of deviating from Islamic orthodoxy, so much so that he labeled some of their ideas as heretical. Ghazali's main criticisms of Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi. The eternity of the universe. Ghazali strongly opposed their claim that the universe was eternal. According to him, Islamic teachings clearly state that the universe was created by God and had a definite beginning. He argued that the belief in an eternal universe undermines God's absolute power and creative will. God's knowledge. Ghazali criticized the philosopher's view that God only knows the general order of the universe and not specific details. He deemed this idea incompatible with Islamic teachings, which emphasize that God is all-knowing and aware of every detail in his creation. Resurrection and the afterlife. Ibn Sina interpreted the afterlife more as a spiritual continuity rather than a physical resurrection, which conflicted with Quranic teachings. Ghazali rejected this interpretation, insisting that Islamic doctrine affirms a physical resurrection and judgment day, as described in the Quran. Ghazali's philosophical and theological arguments. The creation of the universe. Ghazali's refutation of the universe's eternity centered on the idea that the universe is entirely dependent on God's will for its existence. He argued that God created the universe from nothing, ex nihilo. The notion of an eternal universe limits God's omnipotence and reduces his role to merely sustaining a pre-existing order. God's active role in creation. Unlike the philosopher's idea of a self-sustaining cosmos, Ghazali emphasized that God is actively involved in the universe at every moment. He viewed creation as a continuous act of divine intervention, not a one-time event. The superiority of revelation over reason. Ghazali believed that human reason has limits and must ultimately submit to divine revelation. For him, philosophical speculation can complement religious belief, but it cannot override the truths revealed through the Quran and Hadith. He warned that excessive reliance on rationalism leads to spiritual and doctrinal errors. Labeling Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi as heretics. Ghazali accused Ibn Sina and Al-Farabi of heresy, kufr, on three specific issues: the eternity of the universe. He claimed this belief contradicted the Quranic concept of creation. God's limited knowledge. The idea that God does not know particular details was, in his view, a direct rejection of Islamic theology. Denial of bodily resurrection. Ghazali considered this interpretation of the afterlife a blatant deviation from Islamic orthodoxy. Ghazali's critiques shook the foundations of Islamic philosophy and led to a major re-evaluation of the role of reason in faith. But how did these critiques shape the future of Islamic thought? And why did they resonate so strongly across the centuries? We'll explore this in our next episode. Thank you for joining this second episode of our series on Ibn Sina, Al-Farabi, and Imam Ghazali. Don't forget to watch the first episode if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the next one, where we'll uncover how Ghazali's ideas transformed Islamic philosophy and reshaped its future. Meanwhile, let us know in the comments, do you agree with Ghazali's criticisms, or do you side with the philosopher's rationalist approach? We'd love to hear your thoughts.